things fall apart. The district commissioner there is the guy that F.D. Lugard in the late 19th century and early 20th century is actually writing about, or actually is. He's a district commissioner. So Mamdani simply takes that, and the Ugandan experience will be very, very different as well, and kind of reads that into South Africa without any experience of South Africa. I know for a fact he never visited any chiefship. He really doesn't know anything about South Africa. So we can take some of what it's worth, or some of it as applying to West Africa, Central Africa, and Uganda in particular, but beyond that, no. It's pretty, it's great as theory. It has very little relation to fact.
Let's take another set of questions, Lou.
Yeah, luckily I'm not getting more science. Yeah, democratic state doesn't exist for itself, it exists for citizens. I mean, we allow the state to build institutions that serves us. In a true sense, state capture becomes when we don't get value for our money, when somehow the resources of the state has been used and allocated towards certain people. We talk about the tribal authorities. There are good examples where mining contracts and farming contracts and even rent payments are used just to enrich the tribal authorities and doesn't serve the people. So those are really crude examples of state capture that I think we should address. What are the best mechanisms to address that and bring that to the fore and address it and don't make it happen again. But there's also a less crude way of state capture. There's where the state institutions sort of just doesn't serve the people. I've traveled extensively to the Eastern Cape, and hopefully that's not our future. Hopefully it will look different in 20 years. People are, they've got nothing to do, there's no services, there's no roads, little roads, there's little farming, there's desperate health services. So why do we allow people to live like that? Why does the state allow people to live like that? And I don't think the tribal authorities provide anything to improve the lives of those people. So in that sort of more subtle sense, that's state capture. It's people living of the state and just looking after themselves. And I know there are good examples of better chiefs, but I mean, and if you're people that are living under a bad chief, you sit there for life. I mean, there are many examples when people just say, this is a worthless chief, but he's here, and he's going to stay with us for the next 30 years. I don't know about that.
Ramabin, I'm going to bring you in to respond to some of those points, but especially the first point about chiefs taking mining revenues for themselves. Gatego.
From my side, thank you for the presentation. But I just have a question. In the context of state erosion and growing challenges posed by a confounded political administrative interface, which we see evidenced with the relationship between traditional authorities and the state. There's that level of political interference really in how that works. So my question would be, what kind of practical reforms can civil society start to explore in order to actually address or avert the capture of traditional authorities and their structures, as well as limit this manipulation of how they operate?
How would one do it?
Yeah, practically.
In practice.
Okay, let's take one last comment, and then we'll take some. Actually, we'll bring you in, Ramabina, before we come back to the panel.
Thank you. I'm much more interested in your imagination of the future, post-state capture. That's really my interest. And not just that, we also need to begin to imagine the problems that may arise there. Global problem, regional problem, local problem. An example will be perhaps of the global problem. climate change, your technological disruption, including biotech and AI, your threat you just had recently that the US is pulling out from their nuclear weapon treaty that they had with Russia, so the nuclear weapon treaty, the nuclear weapon threat, you know. But again, that's really, really very important in the African continent is poverty, you know. Well, according to global goals, we intend to have, to do away with the hard poverty by 2030. But if you look at the African continent, the graphs are going on the opposite direction. And how does our debate, our conversation fit into this broader picture? So that's one thing. Another thing I needed to come to you with, to your point about genealogy, British law, and customary law. You know, you mentioned that the chiefs or the tribal authority tend to play with almost everybody in this context. But I wanted you to be much more graphic in terms of your examples. So this is how they do that thing. Maybe the last thing, just you abused that. Maybe just abused. My last question goes to our colleague from Ghana. What if Africans, including myself, sub-Saharan Africa, do away with the old tale that somebody else has stolen our land? That's why we're there. What if we do away with that story? Because this is the story that is being told again and again and again and again and again. But just imagine if we just take out that aspect. I wonder if it makes sense, but I can go on and on and on.
So just to say, I think the first thing that I actually wanted to comment on what Robert just said. I mean, I was actually quite perturbed by your comments around Mamdani. I think if we were to simply, and especially how you didn't sort of substantiate. I mean, if we were to, for example, take the argument that if you've never visited an area, therefore you can't say something substantially about it. I mean, then there's a whole academia that's built on people who keep on making theories and suppositions about places that they've never been. And I think you can't just simply, I would have appreciated engage with the text. Say, look, this is what he's saying. This is what's not supported by fact. To simply dismiss his whole entire work and say that it's irrelevant. I mean that borders on the offensive. So engage with his ideas. Offer alternatives. Don't do what you just did.
I hear you.
I could not believe it. I could not believe it.
Okay.
Let's engage. Say what it is that he has substantiated in his book, and where he's wrong. I think that's a much more better approach than to simply dismiss him, especially with our history. I think on the second thing, the reality is, because of where we come from, apartheid and colonialism, the internal customary mechanisms of holding chiefs accountable have completely been eroded. What exists today is not what had originally come to be before colonial imposition. And there is a movement by some of wanting to replicate what existed before colonialism into the present. Some kind of a movement of a return to the old into the present. I think that will definitely not work. Certainly there needs to be a conversation that has to be had around what is the role of chieftaincy in post-colonial South Africa. I personally don't think that abolishing the entire structure is the way to go. That will only cause instability and conflict. It hasn't worked where attempts were made. Mozambique is an example. Ghana in a various period of example. It had never worked. And I do think that there would have to be serious conversation and compromises around what would be certainly I do not think with the power that certain chiefdoms in South Africa hold, they would simply accept on playing some kind of a sort of a ceremonial type of a role. So one can't have this conversation devoid of politics and devoid of considerations around stability, considerations around the fact that there are communities that hold staunchly the view that traditional leadership are important and they wish to be governed by them. Obviously, when one looks at the current research that's been done and what has been happening, the vast majority of chiefs are corrupt. They are stealing community resources by the droves. So something has to be done around it, and we have to be infusing much more accountability.
Thank you. We start,
Start.
Robert, and go this way this time.
Okay, well, let me take, so why Mamdani's wrong. First, we both come from, well,